Welcome back to another episode of basically me saying the same thing about Crumbl every week, but y'all like it, and I find it fun, so what the hell. They keep coming out with new stuff, y'all keep tagging me, and thank you for being my trusted Crumbl source, because I'm a hater, and I only say I like it if it's actually good. So this week there are 3 new cookies or cakes or whatever that I haven't tried yet, so let's just get into this. Let me do the unveiling like they do when they show you like an episode of Narcos. There we go. This is the new Crumbl bundle. I have converted to a person that gets the large ones because, well, I don't want to hear some of y'all mouth saying, oh, you got to get the large ones. Okay, cool. We'll get the large ones. As always, I have my little cheat sheet here, so I do have to read these because the descriptions get kind of wordy and long as hell. So this is the Garota de Lemon icebox cake featuring Maria's Gamesa cookies. Yes, that is the whole thing. A zesty... Here come the AO tribe. That's the description, bro. A zesty filling icebox dessert layered with crunchy Maria's Gamesa cookies topped with a dollop of whipped cream, a fresh lime slice, and a Maria's Gamesa cookie piece. Well, they have to use the branding, obviously, but I've had these little cookies before. So here's a little inside shot of what that looks like. But we grab from the corner. We'll do 2 bites like we always do. I get the branding. I'm gonna have to try the cookie. So there is a whole layer of those cookies as the crust here. I just want to get, yeah. Look, the one thing, I say this every week now, that Crumbl is going to do is they're going to put some cakes, some cheesecakes for that ass. This is basically a key lime cheesecake. This is basically a key lime cheesecake. I keep saying cheesecake. This is basically, outtakes, we'll leave them in. This is basically a key lime pie. The difference is those cookies are added as the crust. I prefer something that's a little more graham cracker than this, if you're asking me, but it's still good as hell. I love key lime pie, and it's zestier than, I'm not going there. Graham cracker would have did a little more, but I'm still not going to complain about this. One thing one thing they're going to do is they're going to put together them cheesecakes, and this is no exception. It's fire. I'm going to give this an 8.5 out of 10. I like their regular key lime more, which was a 9. One thing I've always said, they make great cakes. I think they should stop selling cookies altogether, if you ask me. Oh, this thing feels dense as hell. This is the peanut butter pretzel brownie. A rich and gooey brownie baked on a crunchy pretzel crust, topped with a light peanut butter mousse, a drizzle of smooth caramel, and more pretzels. It's all going to depend on, is this brownie good? They've been hit or miss with brownies for me. Some of them have been dry as hell. I just bit. Let me tell you this. I just bit a whole pretzel. So when they say pretzel crust, they mean it. Like, there's entire pretzels on here. I think that's really good because pretzels and peanut butter, really good combining thing. And you get a little bit of sweet from the caramel. And the topping, even though it's peanut butter, it's a mousse. So it's like almost a diluted peanut butter, but it's strong enough. The biggest thing with this, I was afraid of the brownie, and I said the brownie was going to matter. It really doesn't, because there's so much other stuff going on in here that it's like impossible to make this brownie dry. Not the best peanut butter thing they've had, but probably one of the better brownies they've had. And that's because they don't really care about the brownie. And if you can't make a good brownie, work around it. I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10. Now that we have the finger rules out of the way, now it's time to get into the real stuff, which are the cookies and their skillets, which are like 25% of the time good for me. So this is their strawberry skillet cookie. Half the strawberries just fell. A warm graham cracker crust, topped with a scoop of mousse, filled with our house-made strawberry jam, a light strawberry glaze, and fresh diced strawberries. When I walked in there, I actually saw the woman chopping the strawberries up. So they are fresh. I saw it with my own eyes. So good call. I feel like you gotta spread this. One thing about recording yourself while eating, you are constantly wiping your hands because you're touching the camera. It's different when you don't make food videos and you can use a remote, but outside, I'm not going to bring a remote, so I'm constantly, it's annoying. I said this last week. They've been cooking their skillets more recently. I don't know if it's this location, somebody saying, look, you got to cook these damn things, or what. But the skillets have almost been criminally underbaked recently. They've changed that. So it's not bad. It's still a little dry. I don't really taste the graham, but I like this mousse on the top with the strawberry jam. I really just like the crust more than anything. When I start getting to the middle is when it starts getting a little undercooked, but this mousse with the strawberry jam, more cooked skillets, please, because this isn't bad. The other one last week was excellent. This is just okay. I can live with this. I'll give it a damn. You see how underbaked that middle was? It just, I'll give it a 7. Next up, we got the Dulce de Leche cookie. I believe I had this one before, but it's a deliciously spiced cinnamon cookie smothered in layers of creamy dulce de leche and a dollop of frosting. The frosting's good. It's a texture thing, man. The same thing. But I will say this, taking my bias out of it, recommendation-wise, a really strong dulce de leche caramel taste. It's not like diluted, so it's very strong, and I like that. It pairs well with the cinnamon sugar flavor of the cookie. The cookie is the chewiest piece that I've ever had, but if you like that, you'll like this. And then the top part, which is this frosting, I don't think it's necessary. It does make the cookie less dry, but it's just that chew for me is not appetizing. I don't want to take another bite, I'm sorry. But I still can take my bias out of it and tell you what it tastes like. This way people that know they like that, you don't want to sit here and complain about it. So, for me, it's a 4. But if you like that flavor profile, go on in and enjoy. Because the frosting part, excellent. Next up, we have the chocolate cookies and cream cookie. I feel like I don't have to explain this one, but I will anyway. A chocolate cookie packed with cookies and cream pieces and studded with creamy white drops. They studded them in there. They baked in there, but they're there. Sometimes I look at the cookie, like this part, and it doesn't look like it, and I'm like, okay. I hope y'all can see. I think y'all got it. I have a privacy screen, so it's hard to, the lighting. Anyway. I don't hate this. It almost comes across as a brownie, so it works that they don't really cook it. And there's little Oreo pieces in here and some white chocolate. It's a very basic cookie, but like this seems like something Insomnia would make, and it's baked as much as they did. I'm not mad at this. Again, I wouldn't pay like what it costs, but this is pretty good. I don't need to get too crazy with that one. 6.5. I don't mind it. You know what it is. And then finally, I don't even want to do this one, but it's a birthday cake cookie. This was one of their 6. I was going to get the chocolate chip, but I ended up just saying, screw it. This is what is on the rotating menu. We know we're going to love it. I'm not saying it. So like I say every video at this point, I know people still don't get this. My job is to make content. I know I'm not the biggest fan of Crumbl, but I still take my bias out of things. People, thank you for valuing my input. I still tell it like it is, and I do like some of the stuff they have. Just as a whole, not for me. This is only for people who haven't seen this before. If you have, same song, different verse. Either way, this is a fun little series, and I do like the fact they have a rotating menu, because it gives me things to try and different things to have. Stick to the cakes. I say the same thing every time. But if they come out with something new, we'll be back next week. If they don't, hopefully they don't. I think they will, because supposedly there's signage on the store that says they're going to come out with strawberry stuff every week till the summer's over. So I'll probably be back next week. As long as it's like new stuff that I never had, then I'll do it. Otherwise, we don't. I hope y'all enjoyed. I'm at one mall. I actually have to go to another mall. Maybe I'll film some stuff there. I got to get some. I broke one of my. Doesn't matter. Anyway, I'll see y'all. Thank y'all for watching.